Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. Now, this is for the ninth Sunday after Pentecost, and this is for the narrative lectionary. We're continuing our walk through Job, and this is Job 14 and 19. And this idea that we have hope in our God and that God is in the midst of all of this, that as all this goes on, that ultimately there is hope in God. And using kind of a theme that the commentary is picking up on, the Working Preacher site, but this idea that there's hope in God. Now, there's two items I am using, or that I'm thinking about using. One is a memory game. That the memory game, as you lay it out and everything's upside down and you have no idea where things are, but the hope is that in the midst of this there are matching pairs. And you turn one over and you're like, oh, okay. Then the hope is that in all of this chaos that there is this, there's hope. There's hope in there. I like it. The only the caveat about that is that the idea that we're turning the stuff over, but still it's this image that even though I can't see everything that's turned over, there's the promise and the hope that God, that there are pairs there, and that ultimately when we can't see stuff in around us, God is in our midst. So the memory game. The other one I'm using, and I've used this for comforting sermons. I've used this for when I've done a children's sermon for a funeral. At the Dollar Tree, you're going to need to get two items. They're either, I found these in the toy store, in the toy section. It's the dress-up beads that comes with a bracelet and a row of beads. There's also ones in the party section, Mardi Gras beads, and you can use it. Doesn't matter the color. I used this one. Red reminds me of Jesus, the words in the Bible. It's a way of tying it back. It's better than it, I think, it reminds me of Jesus because Jesus bled on the cross. You can use it. I've heard people use it like that, but I like the red of the words. But and then also this blue being that we're blue, we're sad, we're messed up, whatever. This idea that, but it's, I'm using this here that in all of this there's hope, and the hope is this is I'll show you this. You've got your set of rings here, your set of beads here, and I've got this in this hand here. I grab this, and so you're like this, and over the hand like this. So it's looped like this, and you can pull these, and these are held together like this. I found out that it's not an issue. It still works. You go through here. And so you're talking about here that this part can play the hand of God, your hand today. Hello, I'm the hand of God. And just like that, but that's the hand of God. This is this can be Jesus, and this is us. But, and we're in Job, so talking about just the hope, that it's like we feel like we're down here, that we're just spinning our wheels. We're just spinning our wheels, and that there's no hope whatsoever. But the fact is that we know that there is hope, that God doesn't leave us alone. And so when we're spinning this, you come up, and instead of grabbing this, you're going to come up and you're going to grab just either side of the red beads. You're going to grab them. So you're pulling, and then you grab this bead here, and you pull down, and it switches places. And now you're held securely in the hand of God. And then, if you want, when you drop this, you actually can, if you switch these places here, so this one's out here, and this one's here, if you switch this and hold on to this bead and drop it, I did that wrong, but what ends up happening is you can actually secure this to where it's locked in. I don't usually use that. But that there's nothing that can separate us from God. But ultimately, it's the question of hope. It's the question of that this here got this, and just like that, it switches places. But ultimately, that we find ourselves hopeful and in the hand of God. So that's another item. I like this because it happens quick. It's fast. Kids go, wait a minute. It's I love it. I've had really, really good luck, good success. Hate those words, but that's still, kids really like it. So that's the direction I'm going. Those are my springboards. So I hope you can use it. And like if you tried the linking part like I just did, and the first time it doesn't fall, just do it again. That's like I did. You just do it. All right. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a blessed week.